Hi everyone, I'm Pat Prokop. I'm out here in the heavenly backyard garden where the temperature right now is in the middle 90s with the heat index in the lower 100s. Now behind me, I have my telescopes under cover. Some more rain showers are moving on in. By the way, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the view that I took from last night, a 4-hour image, 4-hour image of the North America Nebula last night. I'll show you that at the end of this video, but right now, we need to talk about the heat because, yeah, it's hot right now and it's only going to get hotter. As a matter of fact, we're going to be flirting with, if not breaking, the 100-degree mark this week across many areas of southeastern Georgia and southern South Carolina. Not to mention what's going on in Arizona and California right now. They're talking 120s, maybe even 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's take a look.
I'm inside again. It's hot out there, but the air conditioning inside is working, so thank goodness for that. But thunderstorms are developing across the greater Savannah area at this time. And as a matter of fact, downtown Savannah, in the central portion of Savannah, getting some heavy rain. So let's take a look at that right now with the radar summary. And there you can see some very heavy thunderstorms in and around the central and the eastern portions of downtown Savannah, central Savannah, and the east side of Savannah. Thunderbolt moving across the river in toward Whitmarsh Island and Wilmington Island, eventually working its way eastward toward Wilmington Island. There's another cluster developing just north of the Georgia ports up in toward the Bluffton area, between Bluffton and Hardeeville and the Sun City area. And then another complex over here in the Fort Stewart region. And a lot of rain has already fallen. About 2 inches of rain has already fallen in this area here in the eastern and central portions of Savannah and downtown Savannah. Further to the south, we're seeing a cluster moving off the coast of McIntosh County and then also in toward the Glenn County coastal areas. Then another cluster over here in the Okefenokee Swamp region. So we're seeing those showers and thunderstorms developing in this hot and humid air for this afternoon. So let's take a look at the satellite imagery, and there you can see those showers and thunderstorms developing in the coastal region, more or less interacting with the sea breeze front that's moving on shore, colliding with this hot air, the humid air coming in with the sea breeze, producing those showers and thunderstorms. But look at this hazy area here. That is smoke from the Canadian wildfires. It's trapped in the mid and upper layers of the atmosphere. We're not seeing it here at the surface, but still seeing that smoke across the eastern United States this afternoon. Let's go further toward the east and see what's going on in the tropical Atlantic Ocean. There is Dawn right now, minimal subtropical storm. It's going to be just spinning around as it moves around in the Atlantic Ocean. Nothing to worry about there, but something is trying to develop off the coast of Africa right now. There's a large tropical wave over here. So let's see what the computer models are saying, what they're thinking about. It is thinking about that. And first of all, the general forecast model, or the global forecast model from the United States, there shows Dawn right there and this tropical wave over here. So keep an eye on that. Now let's put this into motion and see how Dawn moves around. You can see it moving around, spinning around an area of high pressure, then moving northward and then basically dissipating. So nothing to worry about with Dawn. But that wave in the Atlantic, and here it is over here. Let's keep an eye on this right now. And let's go into that. And you can see it taking somewhat shape on the global forecast model. And it looks like it's going to be moving away to the north, becoming another fish storm, or, staying over the open waters of the Atlantic. But then it moves into a blocking ridge of high pressure, and then it starts to move toward the coast of the southeast United States. Now, this model is notoriously known for overreacting this far out. We're at, where are we now? 384 hours. Come on, that's 15 days in advance. So we'll just keep an eye on this. Let's see what the other models are saying. Let's go into the German model, the Icon. And let's bring this down just a little bit here. Let's see what this does. This only goes out to 180 hours, but still, it shows the wave developing there too. So we're looking at that. And what about the Canadian model? They're usually pretty good with tropical weather. They get tropical storms and hurricanes too in the eastern coast of Canada. Let's take a look at their forecast right here, CMC. And let's take a peek at that. There's the wave right there. This is at Sunday morning, 144 hours out and going into time. This one goes out to 10 days, and it shows the wave basically flattening out. So that's not showing much of anything right now. And the ECMWF is not all the way in yet, so I can take a quick peek at what's there, but I don't think it's going to be showing much right now. Let's see. You can see it's not showing much of anything out there right now. So we'll keep an eye on the tropics for you, but right now, nothing of great interest to worry about. But what we do need to worry about is storms in our area. So much this afternoon. Most of the severe weather is going to be in the nation's middle section, from southern Missouri and Arkansas back into the Ohio River Valley, into western portions of Pennsylvania, another band up in the Nebraska, South Dakota, Wyoming, Montana area. And the next day, tomorrow, on Tuesday, not much going on around here as dry air starts to move in. Dry, hot air at that. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. And then nothing to worry about again on Wednesday. What about the models? Temperature is the great concern right now because it's going to get hot. It's in the middle 90s now in Savannah. Well, where it's raining, it's dropped into the upper 70s. But we're going to see temperatures even hotter tomorrow than we did today. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the forecast. There we go. For tomorrow, this is for Tuesday. We're seeing mid to upper 90s here out in the southwest United States. You know, Phoenix, I think today is 18 days in a row where it's 110 or above, and they're going to do it again tomorrow and probably again all the rest of this week. There it gets another 111 degrees, and then 110, 114. Over in Death Valley, they might be flirting with their all-time record high of 134 degrees. But lately it's been in the upper 120s, about 128, 129. I think yesterday hit 130 degrees in Death Valley, one of the hottest places on Earth. But for us, we're going to start seeing some cooler temperature, well, less hot temperatures moving in Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and the rain chances will be back on the increase for then. So let's take a look at the forecast temperatures for our area with the precision forecast from the National Digital Forecast data from the National Weather Service. And it shows temperatures in the mid to upper 90s for today, and then going into the upper 90s to around 100 degrees in the greater Savannah area on Thursday, and approaching 100 degrees again on Friday, then somewhat less hot, let's say, in the low to middle 90s for the weekend. Further along the area, interior portions of Georgia, look at this. Jessup, 100 degrees. This is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 96, 98. The only saving grace behind this is with these hot temperatures, the humidity might not be as high, so the heat index will not be as great as it could be. But by the end of the week, we are going to see an increase in moisture with these hot temperatures, so that heat index will get up there. I'm going to look at that in just a moment. Over here on the Hilton Head, Bluffton, and Hardyville area, Beaufort, we're seeing those temperatures in the, well, even on Bluffton, 100 degrees on Thursday, Hardyville, even on Hilton Head Island. Oh my gosh, Hilton Head Island. You could see temperatures about 100 degrees on Thursday and Friday again. What's going to happen is you're going to have a westerly wind blowing the hot air in and keeping the sea breeze from coming on shore to cool things off. But let's take a look at that heat index value. And remember, the heat index, you have several categories. 80 to 90 is, just exercise caution, common sense. Extra caution when it's above 90 to 95. And then start getting into where it is now, mid 90s to low 100s. Extreme caution. You could experience heat cramps, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke possible with prolonged exposure to the outdoor conditions, and sunshine will actually add a little extra heat to that. And of course, now if it gets above 100 to 109 to 110, it becomes dangerous to very dangerous. And we might see some of these values of 110 or a little bit higher coming up for the end of the week. Let's take a look over here. And I'm going to take my picture off so I can zoom in. And let's do that. Okay. Over here, this is the Savannah area. On Thursday, the heat index about 110 degrees. And again, on Friday. Now, Saturday, the air cools off a little bit, but the moisture stays intact. So we'll still see moderate heat index of about 105 or so. But looking at interior portions of Georgia and southern South Carolina, look at this. For Thursday, over in the Brunswick area, 114 degrees. Douglas, 107, 113 at Darien. Jessup, 110 on Thursday. These are the heat index values. This is what it feels like any prolonged activity in this type of conditions could produce heat illness and heat sickness and, of course, heat stroke. Very dangerous, life-threatening. More people are killed each year from the heat than any other weather conditions. So that's worldwide, even more than hurricanes and tornadoes combined. Anyway, here you have these height values. Look at this. St. Simon's forecasting heat index 117 on Thursday. Holy moly. Even going in the ocean water temperature is about 86, 87 degrees off the coast of St. Simon's Island right now. So that's not even going to cool you off. And then all the South Carolina counties, eastern counties, Hilton Head, Bluffton, Beaufort, above 110. So this is going to most likely be heat advisories. Heat advisories are issued this time of the year when the heat index value gets to 110 or above. And it looks like heat advisories will be needed. Excessive heat advisories will be needed for then. So let's take a look at one other thing. What is the hottest temperature ever in Savannah, Georgia? Not including the heat index, but just the air temperature. And that value is 105 degrees. Now, it was first set in 1879. I don't know how accurate the thermometer was back then. And back then it was located, I think, around Johnson Square. So it was a heat island effect there, a little bit of a heat island effect. It wasn't any concrete and asphalt back then. It was all dirt roads and the squares. But anyway, 105 degrees on July 12th, 1879. And then 1986, we had a temperature of 105 degrees. That's where the thermometer now located over at the Savannah International Airport. They called it back then Travis Field, or actually before that. But on that same day, I remember at Hunter Army Airfield, it did reach 106 degrees that afternoon. So those are the all-time record high temperatures for any day of the year for the Savannah area. So, as I mentioned, it's hot outside, and I'm inside right now. By the way, I'm going to go back out in the garden in just a minute, but I do have a garden tour video that you really might like. I mean, it came out really nice. It's a tour of the garden. It's about, I think, about 12 minutes long. It's really nice. It's like a musical video of the Heavenly Backyard Garden. So I'll give you the tour and some of my opinions of the flowers and so forth. A lot of dahlias and a lot of what do you call them? Daylilies, yeah. And also, I was out last night with the telescope, and I have this remarkable picture of the North America Nebula. Wow, wait until you see this. So let's go back outside. It's hot out there. Yeah, let's go back outside.
Well, I hope you found some value in this video. If anything, how to stay cool or try to stay cool with this heat wave that's moving across our region. It's going to last for at least 3 or 4 days. Now, perhaps by the weekend, as I just mentioned, we may be cooling off a little bit. Let's not say cooling off, a little less hot over the weekend with temperatures still in the 90s. Now, if you would like to help support my channel, I have a Patreon link right here that you could help support this channel. Also, if you like the video, hit the like button. That's always important. And if you would like to buy me a cup of coffee, you can always do that. You know I love my coffee. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And the sky right now is clouding up. I do see some showers and some thunder showers developing across the region. However, a little less of a chance coming in by the, tomorrow and through Friday. But by the weekend, yeah, we're going to see some increased chance for those showers. What about last night? As I mentioned, the sky did clear off. I did open up the Orion telescope, and I took this picture of the North America Nebula. So sit back and enjoy the view of what's above in our heavenly skies. We have the Heavenly Backyard Garden, and we have a Heavenly Backyard Astronomy up above. See you later.